Master web development with Skill Bakery. Hey everyone, ready to level up your web dev skills? Introducing skillbakery.com premium courses starting at just $6 or 500 rupees. Sign up today and learn in-demand skill sets. Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
And welcome to another exciting video. In this one, we'll be covering floating point types in Rust. In Rust, there are two different floating point types. These are F32 and F64, which have a number range from very negative to very positive, including positive infinity and negative infinity. Floating point type values can be defined in many different ways, and here we have some examples. So the first variable you see, we have -1.2345. So it has the integer portion and then the decimal value. Similarly, the next one that you see over here has 2 point, and then we don't have any decimal part of it. The third one that you see is 0.42. So we have the integer part as well as the part after the decimal. We can also provide exponential values, like this one says 2 to the power 4. So here we have F4 in that sense. And there's a default concept here as well. So let's say if the value matches both F32 type as well as F64 type, in that case F64 will be treated as the default value. But over here you can see we can specify explicitly what type of data type we are defining. So here even 32, if you see, is of type integer, but we are saying that this is a floating value of type F32. So F5 will treat 32 as a floating point type, not an integer type. Then we have F6 over here. So this has all the components. So you have the integer portion, then the portion after the decimal point, as well as the exponential value. And here we are explicitly specifying its type as F64. So here we are using suffix as part of the number. So Rust will not infer the type because it's explicitly annotated. So if you see, a floating point type can have integer part, then a fractional part, then exponential part as well, and type annotation. So all these different parts of a fractional number are optional, but there has to be at least one of them to make the value of floating point type. It's also important to note that Rust will never implicitly interpret an integer type as a floating point type or vice versa. That's why in this particular case here, for variable F5, 32 would be an integer type. However, since there is the explicit annotation, Rust will interpret it as a floating point type.